And so it becomes this vicious cycle. But when men say, that they're staying single as an act of, trying to control their circumstances, the reality is underneath that they're feeling very much out of control. And because they don't have a language for communicating, what's going on underneath, because no man that is in a healed masculine energy is going to make this proclamation and decide that he's going to be single for the rest of his life. Because when you look at the way that obviously masculine energy thrives in life, it is to build, it's to continuously have something to move towards, to build some sort of legacy for self, and to feel as if they're creating a foundation, and building something. And so when you're saying, I'm cutting off my own growth, which is obviously what comes from being in a relationship anyway, they're automatically showcasing they're not actually in their masculine. Because to get to the end of your life and basically look back and say, I worked a job that was okay, that paid the bills, sat on my own money so I didn't have to pay anything, for women, and, got to the end of my life with a string of hookups. You look back at that as a legacy for a male, and the level of regret that would come with that is not going to feel good.
Healed, grounded men here, content, single, and uninterested in cheap hookups or messy relationships. We're not playing endless guessing games about what she secretly wants. Say it straight, or we're out. Keep pushing your wild theories. We're not buying in. Modern women have shown their cards, and the truth is clear. They're finished. Men have checked out for good, and the silence speaks louder than any excuse they spin.
Is it pathetic to admit that I want to be in love? That I want a boyfriend?
I'm 25, not married, actually never been married, no kids. Can anyone else relate?
Why are single men happier than you think? A lot of single men are not actually miserable. A lot of them are doing better than fine. Society likes to push the idea, oh, men are lost without a woman. That's a lie. For years now, men have been told that their happiness only comes from marriage and kids and overall settling down. But modern relationships don't offer men the same benefits that they used to. Men aren't wrong for asking what's in it for me before they go into a really serious relationship. Single men today have financial freedom and overall peace of mind. They have control over their own lives. They're traveling, building businesses, hitting the gym, and overall going after their goals. And until women are willing to offer a little bit more in relationships, this is going to continue. Holding men to these outdated expectations, but also a variety of new ones that show up every single day, is just not doing it for them. And they're not going to continue having relationships if this keeps up.
Men are walking away for good, and who could fault them? Modern relationships demand everything, give nothing, and bury men in constant drama. They've discovered peace, freedom, and growth far outweigh being drained by entitled expectations and zero accountability. The old deal is gone, replaced with rules stacked against men. Why play when the reward is stress? Men refuse to be free wallets or emotional dumpsters. They're thriving single, never turning back.
Women hate men because men oppress, harass, assault, rape, and abuse women. Men have made women hate them. If you have negative experiences with men, some people will jump to the conclusion of using that to paint all men. If you get bitten by a dog, do you view all dogs as a threat? Probably not. We have to inject nuance into our conversations. And at the end of the day, I think these women are doing it in their personal lives. I do think they are looking for men. I do think they have brothers and fathers and uncles and cousins who they would characterize as being good men. So they know that there are men out there that exist, just maybe in their personal experiences, they've yet to receive that. And there's something to be said for maturing out of this mentality as well. In their probably 30s and 40s, they're going to come to realize, oh yeah, well, not all men. I hate to say not all men, but yeah, not all men are like this. It's just a simple fact. It's the truth.
Exactly. If women can shout, all men are trash, they can't be shocked when men fire back with, all modern women are useless. That's tit for tat. You brand every man as an abuser, oppressor, or threat while ignoring your own toxic behavior. Double standards don't fly anymore. If you dish out sweeping labels, expect them thrown right back. Don't cry foul when the broad brush paints you too.
3 in one sitting. Is there any need?
Let's make some magic.
What is it? Is it that you don't like me enjoying my life, or you don't want to see me happy? Which one is it?
I just think
Which one is it?
It's just
I
a
don't
bit-
drink, I don't go out, I don't party.
So excessive mini roll consumption it is.
Is it the happiness that makes you angry that I'm happy? Is seeing me happy? It's like when I nap. I can't have a nap.
Would you allow a child to have 3?
I'm 40 years old.
The fact that this man is logically reasoning through why his wife has a problem with him having too many snacks, it's honestly another demonstration of what men are willing to put themselves through for the sake of love. The sad part is that guys like this, they deserve better. But good men are also extremely loyal, so he's not going to just get up and leave because he's unhappy in the marriage. No, he's going to reason through it, and he's going to try to get his wife to see the light. He's going to try to get her to treat him better, or he's at least just going to cope with it and do what he wants. He's going to eat the snacks. But the even sadder part is that if down the line, like years from now, his wife decides that she's not happy and she wants to leave the marriage, that man is going to be single and then probably want to stay single because of how he was treated. He was actually pretty unhappy in the relationship, and that's how he's going to view relationships. So why would he get into another one?
This shows how much men swallow just to keep peace. Argued with over snacks like kids, yet still loyal. A woman wouldn't tolerate that. She'd scream, "Controlling," and leave instantly. Men endure, reason, and stay silent, only to be dumped when she's unhappy. Proof men take more disrespect in relationships than women ever would.
My problem is that I hate men, you know?
Lots of women think it's like a female empowerment, I'm a strong woman thing to say that you hate men. On the contrary, when a woman says she hates men, it's usually a telltale sign that she has terrible, horrific experiences with men, and that she allows toxic men into her life, into her love life, into her bedroom. The question isn't, are men toxic? Because there will always be toxic men and women in the world. The question is, why are all the toxic men in your life? Why have you allowed men to treat you so badly that you now hate them?
Women love yelling about hating men, but never admit the truth. They stack their own baggage chasing toxic guys through their 20s. Now in their 30s, bitter and broken, they mask regret as empowerment. It's not strength, it's self-inflicted damage repackaged as a movement.
No, males are not choosing, but
Oh, yes, they are.
I do find it hilarious how they are all like, yeah, we're done with women. That's why we're all single, because we chose to be done with women.
You know, if someone tells you something often enough, maybe you should start believing them, because, yeah, a lot of men are just completely done with dating.
You guys didn't choose that. You know you didn't choose that.
Oh, but they did. What exactly is so hard to believe about that?
You know that right now women are becoming really picky and not choosing men that all they do is bring a paycheck.
Like I said before, there's a lot of women that are very upset that a lot of guys are actually choosing to be single because they want all of the power for themselves and to be able to dictate who they date. It is incomprehensible to some that guys actually can choose who to date.
Although there are still women out there who will accept that. And I suggest you go find them and leave us alone.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Because it's almost like personality types similar to some that we've just seen are almost the very reasons why a lot of guys are choosing to remain single.
That nail and hammer tale is cute, but reality says otherwise. Men are thriving in freedom, and women hate it. They spin poetic excuses about growth through pain to mask misery. Men checked out, found peace, and moved on. Women romanticize suffering to hide dependence.
The male loneliness epidemic is just a bunch of women crying in online because men have pulled out of dating because of standards and expectations that are set upon them. Where? What standards and expectations? You're all in situationships. You're all doing nothing. You're all getting that coin slot for free. Let's be honest. Are you even taking the birds that you're sleeping with on dates? No, you're not. You're not. So I don't understand where these standards and expectations are that you're talking about. Because most of the women in my inbox telling me about men they're dealing with, they don't even get took out. They get took for a mug and that's it. Do you know what I mean? They're sleeping with these men who are doing absolutely nothing because they have made them believe that their self-esteem and self-worth should be fucking less than nothing. So where's these unrealistic expectations? Can you give me an example? Because I'm confused. What exactly are you all doing? What exactly are these women asking you to do for first dates? I mean, just take her to Nando's. It's not that fucking deep.
How does she function with those heavy wings on her eyes? Maybe that weight clouds rational thought. Men aren't swayed by take her to Nando's logic anymore. They've realized peace is priceless. Why waste time and money on women who lack self-respect? Men are happier single. No drama, no fake standards, just freedom, savings, and peace, unmatched by any date.
I'm just going to talk about this comment that was left on one of my videos, and there's quite a few men that leave similar comments to this, and this proclamation that, you know, this is why men are staying single. And this is obviously not all men, but there is a reason why men do this, and the reason that men say I'm staying single, which in other terms basically means I'm also willing to have a string of hookups that mean nothing to get my own needs satisfied, is that the reason that they do this is because they are not willing to face themselves. Any man that says, you know, I'm staying single is because they do not want to be in a situation that is causing them to face parts of themselves that have been denied, that have been repressed, where they are not taking accountability for the way that they show up in relationships. And obviously, if they're not in relationship or opening themselves up to the right person, they're not going to have this mirroring. And so by isolating and saying, you know, this is why men are staying single, it's just basically another way of saying, I don't want to face myself.
It's usually because they've been wrecked before. Mom, are you even reading? Good men are done. Burned by divorce courts, drained by fraud, and sick of being used. We're not stepping back into that trap ever again.
Because unfortunately in Western society and sort of in the modern world, men are becoming apathetic, they're becoming more feminized. And when wounded feminine energy shows up in men, it causes them to lack accountability, to not want to take responsibility, to be flighty, to not commit to things, which is automatically a massive turn off to women that are in a healed feminine energy. And so the sorts of women that they would actually, you know, thrive in relationship with, they're not attracting anyway, because they're not opening themselves up to the possibility that actually they're the ones that are responsible for the type of women that they're actually pulling in the first place.
With zero irony, she declares that men with feminine energy lose all accountability. The hypocrisy is wild, projecting her own lack of responsibility while pretending it's some grand truth. It's not wisdom, it's deflection. Instead of owning her choices, she flips the script, blames men, and dresses it up as insight. Classic double standard, nothing more. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.